Port Charles prepares for Daisy's baptism amid crises, secrets, and brewing scandal. As Port Charles gathers to celebrate Daisy's baptism, the surface calm belies an undercurrent of secrets, suspicions, and scandal threatening to erupt at any moment. What was meant to be a serene day of unity and reflection will instead become a crucible for strained relationships, mounting tensions, and dangerous agendas. At the heart of it all stands Jason, resolute in his mission to protect his family, but even he cannot anticipate the layers of chaos silently unfolding around them. At General Hospital, Portia is struggling to shift the focus back to her personal life. She wants to discuss her fractured marriage with Curtis and her turbulent fallout with Jordan, but Curtis remains distant, insisting that bigger threats loom over them. He knows that what lies ahead requires focus and restraint, not emotional distractions. Curtis senses that the tides are changing in Port Charles, and his instincts rarely fail him. Meanwhile, Jordan confides in Anna about her altercation with Portia. What began as an emotional confrontation at the Metro Court pool quickly devolved when Portia hurled a drink in her face, the physical manifestation of months, if not years, of jealousy, betrayal, and unresolved tension. Jordan, feeling cornered and increasingly unsure about her feelings for Curtis, is haunted by the idea that they may no longer be salvageable as a couple. Her unresolved emotions create fractures in her professional resolve, which is exactly what Portia intended. Simultaneously, Brooke Lynn and Anna brace for a separate storm. The looming scandal they anticipate could devastate not just personal lives but corporate reputations. Natalia, still raw from recent revelations, is pulled into the conversation when Brooke Lynn asks a question that hangs in the air like an omen. Do you really think we can avoid a scandal like this? Her tone is measured, but the underlying panic is unmistakable. Whatever they're trying to suppress threatens to erupt, and the entire Deception brand could be the collateral damage. The growing financial inconsistencies at Deception are becoming harder to ignore, and Brooke Lynn is beginning to understand the magnitude of what they face. While Natalia tries to manage the optics, Brooke Lynn realizes that a cover-up will only delay the inevitable. A scandal this size won't be silenced, it can only be strategically detonated. As the threat of exposure looms, Ada Justin Turner comes to the forefront, making a beeline for Sonny. Her tone is clinical, but the veiled accusations in her words strike deeper than any official warrant. Sonny, unflinching, responds with signature calm. His measured question, whether he should call a lawyer, belies his inner calculus of the situation. He knows Turner is not here without cause. And if she's looking into him now, there's likely already an active investigation brewing. Still, Sonny's focus remains fixed on Daisy. Despite his criminal ties, his commitment to family is unwavering. When Carly raises her concerns about the ominous presence of Jens Sidwell and the danger he poses during the baptism, Jason assures her with quiet confidence. Anyone who tries to disrupt the event will be neutralized. It's not just a vow, it's a warning. Jason knows how sacred this day is, and he will not allow anything, or anyone, to tarnish it. Later, Carly and Jason allow themselves a rare moment of nostalgia. As the light from the church windows filters in, casting a warm glow, they recall a younger Michael, full of innocence and boundless potential. For a fleeting moment, the weight of the present lifts, giving way to the bittersweet memory of simpler times. But reality quickly reasserts itself. Michael, still reeling from Willow's recent choices, struggles to maintain composure. Jocelyn, sensing his internal spiral, encourages him to focus on the joy of the moment. Don't let her ruin Daisy's day, she urges, and for once, Michael listens. His eyes soften as he watches his daughter, the embodiment of all he still fights for. Despite his heartbreak, he understands that Daisy deserves to be surrounded by joy, not consumed by the bitterness between her parents. Elsewhere in the Quartermaine mansion, Sasha is grappling with a different kind of unease. Something about Daisy's room feels wrong. Milk cartons appear where they shouldn't, and the baby's onesie, previously pink, is now blue. Even Daisy is lying upside down in her crib, as though someone deliberately placed her there to confuse or disorient Sasha. She attempts to rationalize it all, suggesting it might be postpartum paranoia. But deep down, she knows better. This isn't just fatigue or stress, it's sabotage. Someone is playing mind games, and she's being set up. She confesses her suspicions to Cody, who listens with a mix of concern and curiosity. He wants to believe there's an innocent explanation, but as Sasha details each strange occurrence, even he can't dismiss the possibility that something sinister is afoot. Cody has seen what unspoken tensions can lead to in this town, and he knows how fast paranoia can morph into truth. Someone is manipulating Sasha, and the motive remains maddeningly unclear. Back at the chapel, the ceremony proceeds under the looming specter of danger. Ada Turner's earlier visit lingers in Sunny's mind. Though nothing disruptive occurs, the sense of being watched persists, as though the entire baptism is under surveillance. Jason remains vigilant. His eyes scan the crowd, taking mental inventory of every unfamiliar face, every suspicious glance. Carly, never far from his side, trusts him implicitly, but she, too, feels the danger drawing closer. Anna, meanwhile, finds herself blindsided by questions she hadn't prepared for. Whether it's Ada Turner or another official digging into past operations or Deception's finances, the pressure on her intensifies. Her past, once securely buried, is starting to resurface, piece by piece. The tension in her voice rises as she deflects, pivots, and calculates every answer. But the walls are closing in faster than even she anticipated. By day's end, Brooke Lynn and Chase stumble upon yet another clue. The nature of their discovery remains undisclosed, but it's enough to shift the entire course of their investigation. Whatever they find links back to someone in their inner circle, and it will force them to confront hard truths about who's been pulling strings in the shadows. As the week closes, the mood in Port Charles teeters between celebration and catastrophe. Sunny braces for what may be an arrest, or worse, another attempt on his life. But this time, the threat doesn't come from across enemy lines. It's from within. The true danger isn't hiding in the dark, it's been quietly watching from the pews, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And while Daisy sleeps peacefully in her crib, oblivious to the storm building around her, the adults who surround her are about to be torn apart by secrets too powerful to suppress, and betrayals too personal to forgive.